Have you ever wondered what 3,200 basketballs looks like? Well, take a look. Behind every Final Four celebration this year in San Antonio was a team of volunteers who helped make it happen. Early on a chilly Sunday morning, a couple dozen of them started inflating hundreds and hundreds of basketballs for the Final Four Dribble event. More specifically, for the hundreds and hundreds of children who eventually grabbed a ball and made their way through a 1-mile downtown course. Now, the dribble started in 2002 when San Antonio hosted the Women's Final Four. What you might not know is that one man, Randy Bear, has been point guard on this event at every San Antonio Final Four since.
I have a whole setup with we call it a ball corral, which is where we kind of hold all these basketballs. It's very impressive because, when you start off, it's pretty simple. It's just a few basketballs, but over time, it usually takes about 20 minutes. The volume of balls builds to where it's eye-popping. People look at it and go like, wow, that's a lot of basketballs there in front of us.
But it wasn't always as efficient as the system is now.
We were so naive. In fact, since it was the very first year, we thought, this would be not too big of a deal. So she went out and she got all these high school basketball pumps, and we had them all lined up and ready to go. And we burned them out in 15 minutes.
They ended up shuttling basketballs to the Alamo Dome, where they would be pumped full of air and then right on back to the starting line. And they did eventually start on time. But when the Final Four returned to the Alamo City in 2004, Bear had created an inflation rig of air compressors that they still use today. As far as he's concerned, every other Final Four host city inflates their basketballs elsewhere before bringing them to the dribble.
Which is it's kind of logistically challenging. Sure. We decided against that. We decided to go with just this process. And with the volunteers we have here in San Antonio, it makes it very easy.
Bear has honed a successful game plan over 23 years and loves working Final Fours in San Antonio so much that he returned for 2025 even after moving away to Arkansas.
They were talking about today, because when I was down at FanFest, there were several people who be volunteering, and they kept mentioning my name. They kept saying, oh yeah, they said that you wrote the book on this event. And it's like, wow, okay, I guess. There's a kid behind every one of those basketballs this year.